What up, YouTube? Kismas Primary back at you with another video. This one a bit different than my last few ones I've done. Today I'm actually doing somewhat of a reshoot review. Something that I haven't done in a while. I think the last reshoot I did was actually, you know what? I can't remember. Never mind. But I'm doing a reshoot solely because I think I didn't really give this review the proper justice when I first did it about 5 years ago. But yet it is probably the most viewed video on my channel, if not one of the top few. But when I first published this video a few years ago, it really did well, and I still get various comments on that video, but I figure I refilm it, just for the sake of sanity and argument, and really just to show that I'm filming videos with a much cleaner video style and a more high-definition look. This isn't exactly high definition, but at least it's not as crappy and blurry as my old format was. And I'm probably going to try working with iMovie to try to make myself an intro for my videos. But I'm going to review something. Now, all of us collectors out here, we have a holy grail. Or something that we really share personally as kids. Whether it be a certain television show, a movie, or something in particular that you really loved as a kid. For me, it was two things. One of them, be it a little bit more recent, but Lilo and Stitch. That was one of my personal escapes as a kid. Something I would come home from school from every day just to watch, but even before then, there was something else that really, and even still to this day, holds a really huge place in my heart, and is a television show that I still watch to this day. A show that I take very seriously, and would love to get the rest of the other seasons of on DVD, if assuming they ever release them over here in the US. What show am I talking about? The one that pretty much was my childhood. Ed, and Eddy. That's right. Season 1 and 2. Now, as I said before, I reviewed both these DVDs about 5 years ago. Crappy quality video. I'm going to give these things a proper duo. Now, for those of you guys who didn't grow up in the late 90s, early 2000s, or even in the 2000s at all, Ed, and Eddy was a cartoon that first came out on January 31st, 1999 on Cartoon Network, created by Danny Antonucci. It stars, obviously, the three Eds, Ed, or Double D, and Eddy, as they struggle in their adventures, facing the problems of adolescence, and scamming kids out of their allowances so they can buy jawbreakers. This was my show as a kid. Something I absolutely loved and worshipped, and I still do to this day, and even then, I've still got this bad boy. And I'm going to touch up on this later on in the video, but starting off on these two, Season 1 and Season 2. I'm going to start with Season 1. Season 1 was the one that kind of got our feet wet. Introduced us to the Eds, their concept, all their scammy ideas, how the Kanker sisters have that crazy crush on all three of them, and just their status that got them their dork status by everybody, which made them the odd man out, or odd men out. But yet there are a few episodes where they do find themselves working with a couple of the kids of the cul-de-sac. But Season 1 was really the most important. On the front, obviously, Ed and Eddy's complete first season. As you can see, the whole thing's done with a kind of a cardboard box design, kind of like as if Eddy was building one of his scams or his machines, like the Jawbreaker satellite, the rocket car, the newspaper launcher, or even if you wanted to go even further than that, the El Mongo stink bomb. His brother taught him how to make it before he went away. There's a wrapping stuck there, but I'll get in a second. Obviously, as I said before, the three Eds there on the front. Ed doing his kind of cookies and milk. Double D is kind of uncomfortable, but still putting on a grin, and you got Eddy there just thinking he's all fly, which really, he isn't. The spine, Ed, and Eddy, complete first season. You have a picture there of Eddy on top. On the back, lovely artwork. You got the cul-de-sac there. You have the Kanker sisters. You have all the kids of the cul-de-sac. Sarah, Rolf, Kevin, and Johnny with his little buddy Plank. Double D and Eddy, and the three Eds, just with that weird look on their faces. There is a little read-up which says, "The boys that started it all made people utter the phrase, 'There goes the neighborhood.' Ed, and Eddy are three adolescent amigos in search of fun, popularity, and the cash to buy jawbreakers. These cul-de-sac kings journey through the evils of peer pressure, pimples, and girls with the grace of two left feet." That is true. The Cankers did have that bad habit of having 3 left feet. And for some reason, everybody on the show has 3 toes. Not 5, not 4, but 3. Specials features how to make an Ed and Eddy cartoon, interview with the creator, which for those of you guys who don't know, again, his name is Danny Antonucci. How to draw Eddy, and also original Cartoon Network promo commercials. Promos for 28 Days Later and Crybaby, starring Jimmy. For those of you guys who don't remember, in 2000, I think 2003 to 2007, Cartoon Network did a thing for advertising where they put all the Cartoon Network characters living in one city with each other. So, like, you'd have, like, Ed and Eddy living in one neighborhood, the kids next door in one, Powerpuff Girls in the other, Camp Lazlo, probably just on a field trip or something, but basically they live all in the same place. Open it up. You have the little insert here, which I believe if I can get it out. Again, same artwork on the front as the front cover. And on the back, you have various other Cartoon Network DVDs, Cartoon Network Fridays, which is something I really do miss, Cartoon Network Halloween, Christmases, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy video game, the 2 Ed and Eddy volumes. I did have the first volume, I didn't have the second one. And then, of course, the Ed and Eddy video game, which I also had, and I beat within a day. I kid you not. 6 levels, simple. And it was rated E, so obviously an easy game. And I was 12. Inside, you have all the episodes in order, and each page represents which disc you'll find out, as well as a brief synopsis of each episode. Some of my favorite episodes were in Season 1, including Look Into My Eds, Laugh Ed Laugh, is it on here? Dawn of the Eds, one of my personal favorites, and A Pinch to Grow an Ed. A running gag with Ed and Eddy is that every episode, for those of you guys who don't know, who haven't seen the show, every episode's title is a play on a popular phrase with the term Ed replacing one of the words. And then you have the 2 discs. Disc 1 featuring Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Eddy, and Disc 2 featuring Ed. So yeah, that's Season 1 for you. Season 2, I might have to make this 2 parts now that I'm checking the time. Season 2, as you can see, it shows them 3 of them there. Ed being shoved out of the way, Double D with a calculator, and Eddy holding his infamous money jar, and the kids putting quarters into them. And you can see Johnny and Plank, Kevin, and there's Jimmy. Jimmy's little hand there in the corner. Purple backdrop as opposed to the green. 2 discs, 13 episodes, nearly 5 hours of content, and more screenshots of episodes. This read-up says, the boys are back in their scamtastic second season, and this time Ed and Eddy have hatched more schemes than you can shake a jar of quarters at. As they continue on their endless journey for jawbreakers, they'll exercise their overactive imaginations and the patience of all the other neighborhood kids. Something they really do know how to push the buttons of. Special features include Behind the Eds with the show's creator, How to Draw Ed, music video of I'm Not Coming In Today, and promos for Ed's Origami and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Music video, that was a commercial song that was done, I believe, in 2003, which was also dubbed The Incredible Shrinking Day, where Sarah shrinks the Eds and turns them into dolls for her dollhouse. Open this one up. No piece of paper, but again, disc 1, you've got Eddy, and disc 2, for his only appearance, you have Double D. I forgot what some of the episodes were in Season 2. I think that one with, them turning Jimmy into their 4th Ed, and Ed being at Gerbil for a day was one of them. And now the text message, I'll get that later, and then iMessage. But this. Now this is a question that when I uploaded the old video, this was something I got blown up about constantly. A Plank plushie. Not many of these were made. I believe when they first came out, they were Cartoon Network shop exclusives, because I didn't see them anywhere else. It stands about, if I had to guess, about maybe 10 inches tall. Life size, just like Plank in the show. The drawn eyes and the frown, or the smile, just like how Johnny. This is meant to be like a prop. This is like a 1-to-1 scale prop replica, as if, if Johnny was real life, this is how big he would be. And I think when this thing first came out, I think it was about maybe $25. I don't remember how much it was when it first came out, but odds are this thing goes for mad money by today's standards, and I do mean mad money. That's why I treasure it so much. Now, the one question that people have constantly asked me about on the old video was, how much do these things cost? Now, this is how I found these. 6 years ago, I was going to go on a vacation to Chicago. Before I left for Chicago, a few days before that, I went to my local Walgreens. Just to pick up a few things, and also, I think one of my... I don't remember, but still. I looked at the movie section to see if I couldn't find anything good, and I found both of these in there. How much did I pay for them? Not $20, not $50. For each one of these, I paid $5. $5 each. So I ended up getting both seasons for $10, which, for like me, is a steal, because I grew up with the show. I love it to death. I really do love the series. I'm really do hoping that Season 3, 4, and 5 come over here in the States. Right now, they've only released them in, like, Europe, Australia, and even then, if I can just log back into my computer because my freaking screen went out on me, they never released them in America. That's my damn phone again, but close that out. Bottom line, they were not released to States, and even if you did get your hands on them, you'd have to watch them like on your DVD, on your computer or something, because they're like Region 2 or Region 3 discs, and they don't play on regular DVD players. So, $5 each. You can get them on eBay and Amazon. Hopefully that solves the matter, and I ask of you, please, please, please stop blowing up my inbox with questions asking how much these cost, where I get them, and how much I want them for. I'm not selling any of these. These are very personal to me. I plan on keeping them pretty much till the day I die. So, with all due respect, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but please stop asking. It really is kind of ticking me off. With all due respect. But anyway, tirade aside. If you can find these things, or even this guy, pick them up. I can't help it. I relive my childhood every time I pop these discs into my DVD player. Ed, and Eddy was a show I grew up with as a child. That was the one show that I came home to when I got home from school. The first thing I do when I got home from school, just turn on the TV and watch those Eds. Get into trouble, get into mischief, see what scam they were going to pull off. But it's just my show. There's nothing else I can do to help it, but that's just the way it is. So I guess it's about it. Later, guys. I'm out of here.